Okay, everyone, you have to build Pela right now. Drop every other character you're building. You have to build Pela right now. This guy in the comment section told me that you cannot beat Memory of Chaos without Pela. So in today's video, I figured I would make him happy, make him a build guide video, or make a build guide video on Pela herself in all her glory, and maybe then I can beat all of Memory of Chaos without any struggle whatsoever. So guys, in today's video, we're going to be talking about Pela. And on top of that, in theory, from this guy's comment, if he's correct, this is also going to teach you guys how to beat Memory of Chaos. So guys, let's go ahead and hop into Pela here, the freeze, buff removal, aggravation that removes their enemy's defense and destroys everyone in their path, main DPS, healer, tank, everyone you could ever hope for, all mixed into one character, Pela. So guys, let's talk about Pela's abilities first, starting off with her skill. Her skill is gonna be amazing, guys. It removes one buff from an enemy, and it also deals ice damage to a respective target. This is just really good because, you know, some enemies like to buff themselves and give themselves big damage buffs or big defense buffs at that. So this right here will remove a buff from the enemy, meaning they maybe won't hit you as hard. And also those pesky little abundance people that like to revive, yeah, you're gonna destroy them too, because now they can't revive. Talking about her ultimate now, guys, her ultimate's going to be attacking every single enemy, and this is also going to have a 100% base chance to expose the enemies like I expose the people in my comment sections, except this is going to be reducing the enemy's defense by 33% and not throwing salt on these sad, sorry commenters' wounds. Sorry commenters that call me out and say my content's trash and never want to watch me again. Maybe one day you won't have a skill issue. Her talent is really big too, guys. It's going to help get her ult back up that much quicker. Basically, whenever an enemy is debuffed and she does an attack on them, she'll be restoring additional energy. This can only be triggered one time per attack. This right here, guys, is just really good because this is going to allow her to charge her ultimate up. Her ultimate's at a 110 cost, so I mean, this right here is basically what would happen if she were to get hit by an enemy or something like that. This just helps out a lot. And not to mention using the light cone on her as well. This really amplifies the amount of energy she can get back. Also, I guess I should talk about her technique as well, guys. Whenever she enters battle with her technique, she's basically going to be dealing damage to a random enemy. Also, she's going to have a 100% base chance of lowering the defense of all enemies by 20% for 2 turns. So her technique does automatically do a defense shred as well. Alright guys, but with her skills out of the way now, let's go ahead and talk about the light cones you should be using on her now. I think the best in slot light cone for is going to be the free-to-play light cone, the one we get for free and the one we get free S5 for through the Silver Wolf event. This will probably be gone if you're watching this after the update's over and after the events are gone, but I mean, this is going to be the best light cone for right here, guys, before the tutorial mission starts. Basically what this does, guys, is going to be increasing her effect hit rate by 40%. This is also going to be giving them increased energy when they attack a defense reduced enemy with 8 energy. So honestly, this allows you to hit your defense down almost every single time with the right build, of course, and is going to be giving you additional energy every time you attack them after you use their ult, meaning you just charge your energy up that much faster. And this is definitely by far the best in slot for Pela. So if this is not available anymore for free to play after this event goes away or whatnot, let's talk about some other ones you could use, guys. Basically, you want to be using stuff that increases the wearer's effect hit rate, like Eyes of Prey right here, which increases the wearer's effect hit rate by a certain percentage, and then the DOT by a certain percentage as well. I mean, you don't need the DOT here, but you do get the increased effect hit rate here. Also, another good one you could use, guys, is the Silver Wolf light cone here, the 5-star one. If you did get it and you don't have Silver Wolf for some reason, you could be using this one as well, just because it also increases the wearer's effect hit rate. And the Name of the World also works too, because this increases the wearer's effect hit rate as well. Really, just any light cone that increases the wearer's effect hit rate could be good to use on her. This is the light cone on the current Locha light cone banner. I just really don't think this is that good for her though, because your main focus is not dealing damage on the enemy. That's going to be proccing off the debuff on them and making her survive, really. Hopping into the traces now, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the bonus abilities first and how you should be leveling those up, and then we'll talk about the actual skill itself. So first, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the first bonus ability, Bash. Deals 20% more damage to debuffed enemies. It's okay. I mean, like I said, your main focus here is not dealing damage to the enemy. Of course, you could maybe build summon to damage Pela, but I personally don't recommend that, just because her ultimate's so good to use and get up. It's the main thing you want to be focusing on getting and actually hitting every single time. Her E2, guys, is going to be the secret strategy. Whenever Pela is on the battlefield, all allies' effect hit rate is increased by 10%. This helps you proc off debuff just a lot more often, and is pretty good, honestly. And then finally, guys, using skill to remove buffs increases the damage of the next attack by 20%. Like I said, guys, this is okay. Her whole kit tells you to build her into damage, though I really just don't recommend that too much. So yeah, I mean, as far as leveling this up, guys, I would definitely level up the secret strategy first, and then you could go for either bash and then wipe out as well after that. Now, guys, talking about how to level up her skills, I would recommend leveling up her ultimate first here, just because that is going to be increasing the defense that you're reducing on the target, so that's just really good there. Number 2, guys, would probably be her talent, just because her talent is going to be giving you additional energy whenever you're attacking a debuff target, so this just helps you get that ult up that much faster. And then finally, guys, Frostbite here. Frostbite is just really going to be used for dealing additional damage if you're going for that path. I mean, the damage is nice. Damage is always nice if you can get it on characters, if you don't have to sacrifice anything else to get it, especially for Pela. So yeah, that's the order I'd recommend leveling up these traces in. Now, guys, before we hop into the relics and you really want to beat MOC, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because that is also going to be a requirement to beat Memory of Chaos. To even get like 3 stars on it, you'll need to subscribe to the channel, and also you'll need to build your Pela as well, like the guy said. So yeah, guys, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more build guides and more copium content. I plan to post videos every 2 days, so make sure you subscribe so you get a video every 2 days. Bye bye, everyone. Back to the video now. To the relics we go. You're gonna call them copium, but trust me, they're great. All right, guys, before we even talk about this relic set here, I know what you see on the screen, and yes, I let the CM bros cook because they cooked up this right here, man. I'm telling you guys, this is like one of the best sets in the game for like most supports. And honestly, some of like the debuffers that just focus on doing debuffs on enemies, it's kind of insane, guys. Yeah, and it's a 4-piece eagle set. And you might be saying, why are you winning the 4-piece eagle set? It's only, you're not even using wind damage. Shut the fuck up, guys. You're using it for the 4-piece set to advance forward their action by 25% whenever they use their ultimate, so you would just have a lot higher uptime on them. I don't want to hear any complaints in the comments about this. This is the set for them. Use this set. I think this set will come in major clutch for you, and yeah, this is just a major bag right here to use this set, guys. Other sets you could use, though, if you wanted to. You could run 4-piece musketeer if you wanted to do more damage. I'm not focused on damage. I want to be able to get their skills up as much as possible and defense down the enemy as much as possible, so I'm not running that. You could also run break effect too if that does butter your biscuits, so you do a lot bigger damage whenever you break the enemy shields. Okay, you can use that, but like I said, guys, I think Eagle of the Twilight is the best set. Maybe you guys will probably disagree in the comments, but I think this is the best. As far as the planner set goes, guys, we're just running a 2-piece Von Quack here. I think Von Quack is just really majorly good for her because it does give you increased energy regeneration rate by 5%, which, like I said, gets that ultimate up a lot faster. This helps in MOC, just keeping that ultimate up at all times. Also, something you really don't take use of, I guess, would be the advance forward by 40% at the beginning of battle, just because their skill really doesn't do anything to really help the team other than remove the buff from an enemy, which enemies rarely have that at the very beginning of battle anyway, so you're not really taking use of that. Other sets I've seen people run this, though, guys, I've seen people run the 4-piece Pan Galactic, which, I mean, you could run. I don't really think it's that good to run just because you can get the effect hit rate needed on her without running this set. That is if you have the 4-star free-to-play light cone that we got for the Silver Wolf event. So yeah, if you do have that light cone, you definitely don't need to run Pan Galactic to even reach the requirement needed for the effect hit rate. You could also run this set as well, the 2-piece Fleet of the Eidelons, just because it increases everyone's attack by 8%, so it does give a full team-wide buff, and it also makes you a little bit tankier because I did find Pela to get hit a lot harder and die pretty quick, honestly. Alright, guys, hopping into some of the substats now. Obviously on the boots here, guys, we're just going with the speed main stat. You just want to focus on speed, get them out, and get them to be used as quickly as possible. This is just the main thing to do here, guys, is speed on the boots. Alright, guys, on the body, we're going to be running effect hit rate, and the reason that is because we just need to hit that 75% effect hit rate threshold. If you're below TL65, if you're above TL65, you do need to be hitting 85%. So yeah, just this is what you need to run on here, guys. This is just kind of like a non-negotiable unless you can roll really good substats to get there on your own. If you do have that just from the substats alone, guys, what you could be running here instead of this, you can alternatively run like HP or attack here, guys, if you already have the effect hit rate needed without this. So yeah, you could just make them a bit tankier or make them hit a bit harder. As far as like the planner site goes, guys, on the link rope, we're just going to be running energy regeneration, right? I think that's really the only thing you should be running on them, just to get the ultimate back up that much quicker. That's the main thing in our kit that makes her so good. Also the debuff too, but that's not affected by anything. So yeah, just run energy regeneration, right? So you're getting that ult up that much faster. And then finally on the sphere here, guys, you preferably want to be running an ice damage bonus here, just because she does ice damage. It'll increase your damage by a bit there. So I mean, if you can't get that, then you just run attack here, obviously. But yeah, I mean, ice damage bonus would be the thing you want to run down here. So guys, as far as the substats you want to be running on your Pela, guys, your main focus here is going to be effect hit rate. You also want to be focusing on some speed as well. You could maybe get some attack percentage in there, and also I would recommend probably just some HP percentage in there to make them a bit tankier so they're not taking as many hits. That's what I would recommend as far as the substats go, guys. I mean, that's, I think, going to give you the best time. Taking a look here at some of my stats now, guys, as you can see, my sad 30-60 crit ratio, it's actually not too bad now that I'm looking at it. Also, our speed's over 120, so we are taking use of the Von Quack. Break effects at 18%. It's okay. I mean, break effects not really too important. It does help out in the long run, but I mean, it's not really too important to focus on here. The main thing we're looking at here is we do have that 121% energy regeneration rate, which means we're getting energy up that much faster. On top of that, guys, we do have the effect hit rate at 77%, so we are able to debuff every single enemy we come across in the game, since, you know, everything got a nerf to their effect resistance, so this is really good as well. Also effect resistance, so she's not getting like debuffed and CC'd all the fucking time. So yeah, that's the main thing we're focusing on here. Talking about Big Jumbo Wumbo's Eidelons here at E1, guys, victory report. As an enemy is defeated, Pela generates 5 energy. I mean, she gets 5 energy whenever an enemy is defeated, so I mean, yeah, that just charges her ultimate up that much faster. For E2, guys, whenever she uses this skill to remove a buff, she increases speed by 10% for 2 turns. I mean, this is just going to be able to make her be used faster, meaning you get more energy on her in the long run, so yeah. E4, guys, is whenever the skill is used, there's a 100% base chance to reduce the target's ice resistance by 12% for 2 turns. This can honestly be really useful, not even just for Pela. This can also be really useful if you're using like an ice DPS like Yangqing on the team as well, because this will allow him to also do more damage. So this pairs up really nicely with Yangqing if you do have him. Also, I guess Gepard would do more damage as well, but you know, he's a tank. He's not a damage dealer, guys. Come on. I would say mainly this is just for Yangqing though. And then finally, guys, E6, Feebled Pursuit. When Pela attacks a debuffed enemy, she deals additional ice damage equal to 40% of Pela's attack to the enemy. Alright, guys, hopping into a little bit of a character showcase now. We're going to be using Pela, of course. And also on top of using Pela, guys, we're also going to be using Ting Yun, Gepard, and Zila to kind of show off, I guess, how much damage she can support and how this beats Memory of Chaos, because this is a Memory of Chaos stage that I haven't beaten before. So hopefully this goes well and we can clip it through here. Now, I'll probably skip most of this fight here, guys, because, yeah, I'll just show the big numbers and stuff like that. And if we do get crappy numbers, I'll also show that as well. But yeah, we're just going to show that off here. Hopefully we can show the debuff removal as well. And yeah, let's just go ahead and hop right into it by attacking with... Oh! Look at that. That's from her ability and also the light cone as well, guys. This light cone, she started off basically the enemy's already defense down, and we're almost at our ultimate. And one more attack, we will literally have the ultimate all the way back up without even using a skill right there. So that is really fun right there, isn't it, guys? So let's go ahead and give Zila a bit of a buff here, because the enemy's already defense down, has some defense shard on them, and hopefully Zila here will really butter their biscuits, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do that there. Okay, I meant to do click it first, but I didn't get to click it. That's fine though, because let's attack the big boss, the big main boss here. Let's see how much damage we're gonna do. 59k. that's without the big buff from Ting Sneed as well, because I didn't attack in time, so we didn't get to use the full buff there. That'd have been a lot higher, by the way, if that actually would have hit. So yeah, let's just keep going through the battle. Okay, well, I know for a fact that you will kill that one, right? Oh, guys, we have something big here. You know what this is? We have Pela's ult, you guys. What's so big about Pela's ult now is that Pela's going to attack all the enemies here and defense them down. So this means they're also still defense down on top of the defense shard they already have, which, I mean, this will be going away very, very soon anyways, because it only lasts for 2 turns from the technique. So yeah, let's just go ahead and see what we can do. Gepard, give me your shield, give me your way. Let's see if we can beat this guy and beat him into another day. That was a weird rhyme and I don't like it. So luckily here, guys, we should actually have Miss Missy Moo's skill ability here, or ult here, her defense down. 22k, we killed that guy, and then we had the last attack to kill us last guy. We ended that in how many turns? As you can see, the absolute carry, we basically beat that in one cycle, guys. Come on. It's because we had Pela on the team. Let's fight the second guy now. Except this time, we won't be starting with Pela's skill. So a normal attack should do here. Also, I think we can actually show off the debuff removal on this one. I think it'll be a pretty good showcase to show that off now. Let's just go ahead and just ult this guy. Let's just show him what we're made of. Come on, Pela, do your huge damage. Ooh, easy 2k damage, boys. And this would also allow us to get Missy Moo's ability up here as well. So let's go ahead and attack with that. We'll go ahead and use the ultimate too, so we make sure we don't cope out again. This means we're getting maximum off on the enemy here. Full buff on her, and also debuff on the enemy. 65k. Hey, yo, huge damage, boys. Okay, so I won't be killing any of the side enemies. I kind of want them to be absorbed, just so I can show off Pela's ability here. Okay, as you guys can see right here, he has a 50% attack buff now. We're coming up on Miss Pela's turn now. So we're going to go ahead and use Pela's ability here. Let's see. Bye-bye debuff. Bye-bye debuff. As you can see, no more buff on him. No more attack buff. We just put him in the dirt, and he's never been disrespected like that in his life. Now, Pela will finish the job off here and kill the enemy. Don't show them that of her only doing 2,000 damage. Show her doing and killing the enemy now. Watch this. Kablamo! As you can see, guys, we made it to stage 2, which we're not going to count because this team, literally, I just threw a team on here. Anyways, as you can see, guys, we have 38 cycles left to beat this stage with. That means we beat that stage in 2 turns, all thanks to Pela. So, guys, if you wish to be amazing and beat MOC and beat all the content in the game, make sure you build your Pela now. Like I said, she works as every class in the game. She is super helpful, and I think you should build her. But honestly, guys, I do think Pela is a really good unit. I definitely don't think you need her to beat MOC. I did just fine last time without Pela, so yeah, I mean, overall, guys, build your Pela. I think she will help out your accounts a lot. She does a lot for your team, especially if you don't have a Silver Wolf to even hit that defense down in the first place. Defense shred is really massive, as you can see the extra damage you gave us there when we were fighting that boss. Also, guys, as far as videos coming out for the channel, I don't know if this is coming out before or after my Yukong build guide, but just know we do have more build guides coming to the channel, especially if I get Alocha, we'll be having that build guide. And also, there's a Clara build guide I want to put out, because I think Clara is really good for MOC. She just absolutely destroys it, and if you have her, you should probably use her. Also, we have a couple more like niche videos, I guess, just talking about like the Honkai style role community, talking about why meta doesn't matter, and a lot of more topics, not really related to character builds and stuff like that. So I hope you guys stick around and follow for that. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hopefully everyone enjoyed, and I'll see everyone in the next one later. Bye bye.